Hi guys, Natalie Snyders here with a quick therapy tip. This is a great activity for your mixed articulation groups, especially when you have students working on different sounds or different levels in words and sentences. And by the way, did I mention it's low prep and it's free? So what I did was yesterday I had some students coming in and I knew they were all working on different levels. So what I did quickly before they came in is I took a piece of paper and I wrote down 10 words each with their target sounds. Now this is an example, but like for student number 1, this is the purple, working on initial R or R blends. And this one is working at both word and sentence level. This is a student working on initial R and the OR sound, and this student is working on word level. So I wrote down 10 words here. This student is initial R and R blends, but at words. This one is all of the R's in conversation. So like I said, I wrote down 10 words for each student at random that had their target sounds in them. So the first thing they do when they come in is each student has to say their word 5 times each. So right there with 10 words, that's 50 productions. So boom, right off the bat, you get tons of practice. And then what we did is we took turns. Each student picked a word when it was their turn. So Friday or Ron, and they had to come up with a sentence. And what we did was we built a collaborative story. So as you can see the different colors, so the first person, their word was Friday. Actually, this was mine. I started it off to give them an example. So on Friday, I found a magic lamp. So we kind of start off a story. Then each student took turns and they picked a word. They either had to expand that sentence or start a new one, but here's the catch. It had to kind of go along with the story. Now, our story ended up pretty silly and we had a lot of fun with it. And it was great because the students got some more practice at that word or sentence level. And then when we were done, we read the whole story together, and that gave us more practice with those different sounds as well. So this costs nothing except like a piece of paper and my colored pens, which I already had. And it took me about 2 minutes to prep because all I had to do was write down words, and that you could use as a brainstorming part of your session in the beginning, and you wouldn't have to do that at all. It is also great not only for articulation, but those students working on higher level grammar skills, like they have to put together a sentence that makes sense, or perhaps you're going to give them conjunctions. They've got to put words together to make sentences that make sense. So it's great for mixed groups. I tried this with the 4th grade group and I was very successful. I think for 3rd grade on up through middle school, I think this would be a great activity. So I hope you have a chance to try it, and I hope you like this idea. As always, you can find more ideas on my blog, www.slpnataliesnyders.com.